It was on. I shut it off at the last minute.
Oh.
Whoops. All right. Just cutting off your heads while you're talking.
Oh, is it? Oh, I see.
Brilliant. Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. My name is Sergio Rojas. Accompanying me today is Victor Garcia Cardenas. And today we're going to be playing a tune called Samba de Orfeu, which is a samba. It's a Latin style. And for this semester, I really wanted to challenge myself to go outside of my usual repertoire and explore the Latin tunes and everything. So I've been, on top of this, I've been working on tunes like Black Orpheus, and then also experimenting with St. Thomas, which is also in a Latin group. But yeah, I'm very excited to be playing this with Victor because we got to experiment with nylon strings, and this is actually Dr. Burns' nylon string. She lent this to me, so I'm excited to put it into work. Thank you.
Can't put any money in the case if it's. Good.
Let's go, I know it's, essentially your performance, but it goes for both of you guys. I've known you guys for a few months now, you were already good when I met you, but the amount that both of you guys have improved, it's like a landslide, dude, it's crazy. And something I really enjoyed was how into it you were getting. Like, you were playing the melody, and you were looking off and you started smiling. And I thought that was really cool. I thought it sounded really good. I think you guys have this one down really well. Well done.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of personality in it. Like compared to a lot of the other stuff you play, this is a very change of character. And I thought Victor, your percussive accompaniment was very, very nice. Like you're playing a couple instruments at one. You got the drums on that. And then Sergio, your solos sounded composed, which I thought was, I was like thinking to myself, I didn't know if it was written down or if you were just making it up. I thought that was really great. And then I think it was in the head, you have this one ornament, it was like do-do-do-do, like you take a really quick turn. Yeah, that like I thought you did it so well. I thought I was like wishing to hear it in the solo, so it must be something to experiment with.
Yeah.
Bring that back. But yeah, you got good ornaments in
Thanks,
there.
man.
The solo, your blue notes, you bend them up.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
Yeah, I loved how you guys adapted to the nylon, like with your comping, and I thought during the head and during your solos, I thought your playing was very clear as well. Like the balance was really nice between the comping and who the soloing had, who was the focus. I thought you had a really nice balance, and also you guys had a really good groove going as well. Like we were all just bobbing our heads over here. And I also kind of liked how you kind of did some different stuff during your solo than what you usually do. It might be the nylon strings as well, but something that I wouldn't steal from you is kind of trying new things in my improvisation. Like I noticed like here you went down like all the way to near the head of the instrument, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like you don't usually do that too much, and I thought it was a really cool thing for you to try out.
It is yeah, it's different, man. It's like when pianists practice on pianos in the practice room and compared to this, yeah, it's different because it's just easier on my Kiesel to be up here all the time, to be in this range, but I'm like cut off right here. So if I really do want to play up here, it's gonna be like more challenging.
Right.
That's why I stayed down here. And then also the thing that Evan mentioned about the blue notes is that I came into this program primarily like a blues background, and I challenged myself to just start like laying off of that because I just overuse it too much, and I think in this case I probably used it like the perfect amount, so that was awesome.
Yes, noticeable and a great decision. Because you can always bring it back. But if you, like you said, if you overuse it, it just becomes not as effective. Eddie,
Yep.
anything to add?
I mean, not really. It was really good. Like, not gonna lie. I mean, I used to play guitar as a kid, but that was like 9 years ago, so I'm not sure how relevant my knowledge is. But I do know that bending strings is a lot harder the higher up the tuning pegs it is. And I thought that, I guess for blue notes, that you said you were a blues background, it stayed consistent throughout, like it was the exact same type, I guess. And I thought that was really impressive. And another thing was the fast notes, and yeah, I don't know how you do it, to be honest. Especially the last repeated theme in at the very end. You played that very well and had great continuity between each time and led up to the end very well.
Awesome. Thanks.
Really clean. It had to me, a Gypsy Kings feel about it.
Yes.
Thanks to this.
Let me see. The second A section, because this song is AABA form. The second A section, you have it ending exactly the way the first ending does. Is that the way it's written out?
I think now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I messed up on that. I'm pretty sure I just played the first ending.
This both times.
Yeah, both times.
I would rather have heard something different in the second ending.
Well, the second ending is, and
That's
I
like that.
didn't play that. I realized that as soon as I finished playing, I was like, I didn't even do that.
So it's like you do this, the first ending,
Yeah.
and then it should be into
Yeah.
the bridge, and then again at the end, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's the way I've been playing it all this time. I thought, have I
Yeah,
been playing it wrong?
The first time is, and then it goes into the B section, and then the second time is, yeah.
Oh no, that's the third time. I'm talking about right before the bridge, right before that. Yeah, you're doing the same thing as the first ending both
Oh, yeah.
times.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
And I think the second ending should be different.
Mm.
Just look it up or
Yeah.
listen to other people play it and see what they do.
Okay.
It doesn't sound right to me.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Let me see. Oh, and then at the end of Victor's solo, or yeah, when you have to go back into the head. Of course, you guys added the extra 2 bars?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you did it well. It's like nobody would have noticed, except I was expecting it. So you got to jump in on that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, very cool. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I'm glad that this is like a change of pace for me. Now I'm adding a bunch of other things that I didn't know I could add into my vocabulary and my stylistic techniques and stuff like that. So I'd like to incorporate some of these stylistic decisions into other genres as well. I think it'd be fun. I'm glad that I got to practice with the nylon as well, because this brings the like full effect pretty much of Latin music. 'Cause, it wouldn't have been the same if he brought his gypsy and I brought my acoustic. Just it wouldn't be the same. So
Oh, you electric, yeah.
yeah, I liked all the feedback that I got, because a lot of the stuff that was said
See what you mean.
were things that I was working on. So
Cool.
pretty
I liked
satisfying.
in your solo how you did a little melody here, and then you broke into something fast, and you want to have the ability to do that at any time. And of course, as improvisers, we tend to do the fast stuff in places where we can do the fast stuff. So the more technically proficient we get, the more we have an option of doing the fast stuff at any time, which is a good option to have, but you don't want to do fast stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Then you'd be Al Di Meola. Anyway, which is not bad.
Could I ask a question about that?
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
please? So I mean those decisions have to be made very quickly, right?
Mhm.
So how much of it is like pre-planned, or like let's say you're in I don't know, somewhere in the beginning before you get to your solo, are you making those decisions then, or how does that work?
You're gonna get a million different answers.
Yeah. I think that can be answered like a billion different ways. For me, I think a lot of the stuff that when I'm improvising, I'm thinking about like familiarity, and this was such a change of pace for me because with my teacher, he was like, no, none of that blues lick stuff. Like, this is Latin, okay? We're gonna. So I really honed in on trying to make it sound authentic as possible. So a lot of that was just thinking about like, oh, what have I been practicing all week? Like those Latin techniques, you know. But in any other case, it's the things, it's the licks that I know, pretty much. Yeah. Forget how the saying goes, but it's like improvising is just selected composition, I think, and something like that. You get a different answer if you ask Victor. Yeah.
The more one improvises, the more one gains of vocabulary, and they may not be thinking, oh, I'm building a vocabulary, but they end up doing a lot of the same things over and over in different places. It's still improvisation because they're putting those in different places.
Yeah.
They're putting them in different keys. They're shifting them to different parts of the beat, which makes them sound different. But every once in a while, every improviser is also trying to stretch their vocabulary constantly. So how do they do that? With me, when I was 35, I realized I'd run out of ideas. I needed to actually study other people's ideas religiously, and so that they would absorb into my vocabulary, and I'd start to use them without thinking about them.
It's kind of like talking then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And Sergio, like you sang during the event, like so, like the fact that this is like a a new approach, and you kind of had to like strip away old habits, like your teacher said.
Yeah.
That's crazy because you sound really good. So
Thanks.
Victor, you have a quick answer for him? That's a little different, maybe.
Yeah, so I like to play things that I already know what they sound like, and if I ever feel like something's getting too boring, then I'll take a risk, and sometimes I'll dive into something new because my vocabulary is still quite small. So I only know so many things, so I'll take a risk, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it works right away, then you can keep going with it, and if it doesn't work, then make it.
how good do you feel when it works though? You must feel like real good, huh?
It's satisfying,
Yeah.
yeah. You take a risk and it works. It's the best.
Yeah, that is the best.
Yeah.
Anything else? All right.